heart every time you read about or hear about these kinds of incidents. What we know is that the number of people who die from gun-related incidents around this country dwarfs any deaths that happen through terrorism.
I still don't know what the heck that means. Joining us now on the Malzberg panel, Brad Hirschfield, author of You Don't Have to Be Right. I'm sorry, You Don't Have to Be Wrong for Me to Be Right. Also president of CLAL. And Adam Thompson, senior partner and owner of the law offices of Adam Thompson, and also a syndicated talk show host. All right, gentlemen. All right, so Brad, you talk about apples and oranges. This was an attempt for him to make guns into an evil thing, and to at the same time say, what do you folks care about terrorism? Look how this dwarfs terrorism. Why should we care about terrorism?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the move to minimize the number of people who die because of terrorism. I'm pretty sure that when people are murdered, it matters, whether it's 1 or 1,000. And plenty of people are murdered here at home and around the world because of terrorism, and plenty of people also die because of gun violence. I don't think it pays to politicize either. I think we have to take on both.
Adam, it was a calculated remark, no doubt.
It was certainly a calculated remark, and I don't think, again, it's the right time or place. It seems every time one of these horrific incidents takes place, someone's out there, and it's usually the Obama administration, looking to politicize it in some way, shape, or form to gain some kind of points off of it. You know, listen, there's always a debate, do we need gun reform? Would gun reform have prevented this? No, because this was a calculated occurrence where this individual was sick. He had evil intentions. He went out there with a pre-planned motivation to execute 2 people on live TV to make a point, and then he went and wrote about it in a 23-page memoir.
I'm glad you said that, because, first of all, and he passed a background check, which they're all crying about background checks. He passed it. The way this is being portrayed in the media is basically as you said it, as you know. But in addition to Hillary and the governor of Virginia and Obama and everybody on the left wanting gun control, including the father of the female reporter, which he's calling the NRA names, which I find very bizarre. Nonetheless, Breitbart had a headline: "Black gay reporter murders straight white journalist," and yet the media blames guns. Brad, and I'll throw in another one. They reportedly found a gay rainbow flag in his apartment. Look, well, maybe we should ban the gay rainbow flag. We did it to the Confederate flag because he took a picture. The shooter had a picture with it.
Steve, you know better than the second claim. Let's stick with the first one you make, because it's actually a solid one. This isn't the moment to politicize anything. I don't want to attack the parent of a murdered child. Right? But to imagine that more gun laws would have solved this and kept his kid alive, there's just no evidence for that. And I say that as someone who may believe we should have more stringent gun laws, but that's not what happened here. What happened here is a completely deranged guy who suffers from something that forensic psychologists
a gay racist,
are saying.
Brad, a gay racist.
Steve, here's the thing.
But you're not saying that. You would say it if he were white.
No, I wouldn't.
And he killed gays.
In fact, Steve, what I said in both cases, no, you're wrong. It doesn't happen a lot. This time you are wrong for me to be right. I was opposed to turning this into a primarily racial issue when people were murdered in South Carolina, and I'm opposed to doing it now, especially before people have been buried. All right. Here's what we know. He is something that's called a dangerous injustice collector. He was a pathological victim, and that is something we have to be on the lookout for across the culture. Adam, and if we are, that might actually keep less of this from happening.
If he were white, and he murdered 2 black reporters, it would be all about race in the media. And if he had ever written anything negative about gays and he killed a gay reporter, that would be all over the media. But they're quiet about both those aspects of this case now, because it's reverse.
Listen, I am so sick, Steve, of how the media manipulates news reports like this that come out. Say what it is. This guy did a hate crime. If he didn't kill himself and commit suicide, he would have been arrested and charged with a hate crime for violence and for murder. That's what this is all about. He makes it clear. He said he went out and put in an application for a gun 2 days after the Charleston shootings in the church because he felt so outraged by that. And he makes no bones about it in the 23-page suicide note that he leaves, that this was about race. And there's even information and proof that the guy had animus and hatred towards white people.
Right, Brad,
call it like it is.
Brad, you have to admit,
done.
whether this is the time or not that you feel it's the time or not, you have to admit if the media, if this were reversed, let's forget it.
No question about that. You're 100% right.
They're ignoring this.
You are 100% right. Race did play an element in this. Whether or not hate crimes in general are appropriate or not, I don't know.
So
but it has to be mentioned.
So I don't have to be wrong for you
you
to
have
be
to
right.
tell it like it is, Steve.
Guys, gotta go. Adam and Brad, gotta go.
Watches.
Gotta go. Hey, folks, up next, National Affairs Editor for New York Magazine, Gabriel Sherman. Don't miss this, all about Fox and Donald Trump. But first, Hillary Clinton. Her email scandal continues to make news. Did she break the law? Now, I'm not asking you, Adam. We want to know what you think. So go to newsmaxpolls.com to cast your vote. That's newsmaxpolls.com. Do it now.